Hi, my name is David Knox, and I have multiple system atrophy. It was a rough week. I didn't post many videos. Symptoms are come and go. That's probably the hardest thing about multiple system atrophy, is it affects everybody differently. And this week was, decided to throw another wrench into the machine and see how things can screw up a little bit more. But besides watching one of my first videos I had from ALS to MSA, my journey, this was a very different week. Beginning of the week was okay. One thing I'll say about my symptoms is, my stepping, losing a split second in stepping with my feet and my legs were an eye opener. Almost 2 years to the date. And it was weird, but it wasn't awkward. I can still play ball and do everything perfectly fine. And then the end of 2021, I started to notice my hands were I thought they were swollen. It was just stiff. What happened to my feet kind of happened to my legs anyway, happened to my hands. And those are the only two things that came all at once and stayed. I just want to be really clear about that. Those are the only two things that came all at once, the symptoms, and they didn't go away. All these other symptoms were hit and miss, sporadic, and once a month and once a week, a couple times a week, very sporadic and random. This week was no different. There was a lot of symptoms to MSA, and I'm not going to go into great detail about my specific ones, because I have quite a few. They do run over to msa-c, some of them, but mostly are a Parkinson's, type MSA. And, this week I had this crazy headache. When I first had headaches, outside of my limbs, my hands and my feet, my legs, one of the biggest things was this headache to my back left. Shocking, almost crashed with my family in the SUV because it was pain I've never had before. And that was crazy. It would come and come. It stayed with me for quite a while and then took off. And every so often it would come and make itself known again, just in weird ways. And it's a pain I've never had before. And that back left side of my head was the sharpest of sharp, crazy sharp pain. Well, this week, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, late Tuesday and Wednesday to Thursday, back right side. So, I guess where the bump of your head is, the cerebrum. I got to look that up on a picture, but the bumps of your head on the back, my back right one was now hurting. Different pain though. It wasn't as sharp. It was extremely painful, but dull pain. And it felt like it was halfway through the brain, probably it felt like it was a third into the brain, from front to back or back to front. Never felt that pain before too. And it hurt, when you want to pull over from driving, just because there's something bad happening to you, because it hurts terribly. That happened. That was very sporadic too, right? Just very sporadic, and it played games with me all day long. And then yesterday, Thursday, I wanted to come home, make a video, and halfway through work, I'm speaking, and I'm help training people, and I just get this, exhaustion just goes to your face, and I was speaking clearly, and then all of a sudden I noticed myself, I was speaking like just, I couldn't put it together, and it was extremely hard to talk. I speak about like the loss of cognitive, not that I have had that, but it seems like there's times when I've lost a percentage, 5%, 10%, I'm trying to, my mind says I know what I want to say. I just can't tell my mouth to speak. Kind of like I know I want to walk, but I just can't tell myself to walk. So, that was a very interesting, yesterday, and I had to come home early. I've had exhaustion in my life, and this was not that. This was overwhelming. Best I can compare it to is if you ever had an adrenaline rush that gets you antsy and excited, this would be the exact opposite. And it was instant. those are the things that are just, crazy. And it went away for a while. I haven't had the headaches in quite a long time, and quite a couple months for sure. And I haven't had that exhaustion in probably a couple months too. And that's the hard part about MSA, especially what I have. The way my MSA is rolling is all these these symptoms, right? I haven't had the shocking pains in a while. It's been a while. Well, it's been a few days, right? And then before that, it's been a few weeks. But there was days where this shocking it wouldn't stop. It was, and the other day, a couple of days ago, it was like an inner ear. It was like over here, and it was down on my toe. I'm saying like the tip of my toe, the inner thigh. And God forbid we get into personal stuff. It's like, shocking has no remorse. It has no sympathy for where it wants to shock, and just random. I wish I could predict it, But that's how the symptoms are. They come and they go. And yesterday, the day of days for me, that was a hard day. That was the headaches, the tremors were absolutely firing. Resting tremors were more than normal. My action tremors were worse, and the spasms I showed you in one of the videos, the spasms I have just sitting here talking and going like this, and it was hitting every couple of minutes. Spasms. Normally spasms would happen maybe a dozen times a day, on a worst day. And yesterday they were just go, and every couple of minutes was kicking it. It was bottom, my lower torso, upper torso. Just, man, you talk. And what I'm trying to say is these symptoms, and these symptoms are, they come and they go, they come and they go, they get more and more common, until they become completely debilitating. But what I know is it's a sign of things to come. One thing I am 100% sure is what I've seen is hard to, when it starts slowly, it's coming. It's just how long before it becomes permanent or becomes commonplace. Even my slurring of my speech that I'm doing right now, you may not even notice it, but I do. The slower talking and the slurring. I don't slur speeches. I may have my voice might be different, but I don't slur speeches. And I've learned to ignore that and things. Kind of what I was telling one of my therapists yesterday I went to go see. It's like I've suppressed this pretty good, But I feel bad because I couldn't come on and make a video like I wanted to. But life is tough, and there are trying times for all of us. So I want you to know why and who, what, when, and where. But I'm here. We're good. Much better. Much better. I just came from physical therapy for my shoulder. I hurt something when I fell over the summer, and I just ignored it. So, got to go soak that in some hot water and the heating pad. But I love you guys to death, and look forward to the next video. I might go live this weekend, and not that it's only got 59 subscribers. I'm happy for 59, right? I mean, when I say that, going live for 59, but maybe other people will join. I don't know how to make it fun. Maybe have a little party in the background, and we can do some dances and watch me fall. But definitely going to hit the gym tomorrow and Sunday. I got to get working at different exercises on my legs for walking and stuff. So. I will go live, and if anyone has questions, or anyone has questions in general, please say something, ask, let me know. I'm here for you guys as much as I'm here for me. These videos help me out a lot, and I hope they help you out a lot. And we are less than a month until Mayo Clinic. That is February 9th, and this is January 13th. If you can't tell just by saying that, I'm absolutely happy. Not that I still got the cough. Cough went away, cough went back. I'm not happy for Mayo because I know something's going to happen. I'm going to be cured, or there's a clinical that's going to help me necessarily, but it's something to look forward to. As I say that, here comes my headaches again. It's something to look forward to. Keep as a Bible and stuff. Keep your eye on the prize, right? If not me, who? Right? It'll be us. So love you guys to death, and I'll definitely see you in the next video. And until then, I'm definitely posting one tomorrow. So be on the lookout. See you guys.